Portugal's ruling party came out on top in this weekend's snap elections, but it still fell short of a majority. The far-right Chega party won a record vote share and could emerge as the main opposition. It was Portugal's third election in 3 years, and the political instability has economic consequences. It even threatens the long-delayed privatization of TAP, Portugal. Now, who's interested in buying TAP? Well, seemingly everyone. All big three groups, Lufthansa, Air France KLM and IAG, all would like to buy the airline, which the government has said is for sale, but it's just sort of sorting it out. Luis Rodrigues is the CEO of TAP Air Portugal, joins me from Los Angeles. I accept, sir, that this is going to be a decision taken by political masters, but looking at the result of the election and knowing the party's positions, the winner looks like they're going to go ahead with the privatization. Is that your understanding?
Hi, Richard. Thanks for having us here today. Listen, I've learned not to get into politics, right? That's the way we survive in this industry, particularly when the company is state-owned. Now, having said that, it looks like much has not changed with the elections, and we trust the process will go on.
If the process continues as expected, in a sense, the election sort of put things off a bit, what is the time scale, do you think?
Well, it depends now on how long the parties will take to agree to a new government. There's a political process that has to be respected. Alongside that, the summer is coming and there will be people taking time off and so on and so forth. I would expect sometime after the summer the process to be resumed, but probably earlier. One never knows right now. It depends on the agreements that the elected people take.
Your job, of course, is to run the airline and put it in the best possible shape for passengers and for whoever might buy it in the future. So now an enormous amount has been done. You've refreshed the fleet up to a certain point, you've refreshed the product, and you have very strong routes to those parts of the world that the big three don't have. So what do you now need to do with the airline?
I wish I had nothing to do, but we still have a huge amount of work to do. I mean, we've done the basic part, which is to settle things down, to calm everything, to bring social peace. And only after that, we can now start to really shape the airline into what we want it to be in the near future, which is driven by its employees, looking forward to its customers and being technologically leading the way. And we have a lot of work to do there. The airline is very unbalanced in some areas. Some areas we are doing very well. Some areas have been left behind for a long time, and we have to catch up and bring things across the board consistently good.
That's the trick, isn't it? Consistency. Because the one thing about the industry, I mean, you just look at today. The supply chain issues are hitting everybody. The engine problems are just hitting everybody when you look at the number of planes, aircraft on the ground. And even something like today, you'll have seen the Lufthansa story today in the cockpit, which everybody in the industry is talking about, the two-person always in the cockpit. There's just a sheer multitude of issues that aviation seems to be facing today.
You know what? I keep learning from you, which is something I like to do. And we met the last time we talked to each other was a couple of months ago in Brussels, where you're doing an interviews with some of my colleagues, CEOs, and you use an expression which was, you guys, this industry tends to shoot itself in the foot consistently, which frankly I have to recognize you're right. Now, having said that, the history of this industry can be told from many angles, and one of them, we move from crisis to crisis until survival is achieved. And to work in this industry, I think your motto needs to be keep calm and carry on. So yeah, there will be turmoil. There will be unexpected events, things we are not even planning to, things we don't think they may happen at all, but they will happen. And we've had those in the past, and we will survive, regardless of what everybody else is going through, regardless of. We had this energy blackout. We have
Right.
the sustainable aviation fuel story. We have the engines issue. We have political changes. We will survive.
And we will talk again, probably in Delhi, when we're all at IATA. I'm grateful to you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having us here, and have a good trip back to Delhi.
Thank you.